Fox News alert from Alabama, where the legislature there passed a bill outlawing nearly all abortions in that state. It's signed into law. If signed into law, it will become the most restrictive anti-abortion law in the country. The controversial measure sparking protests across the state could end up at the Supreme Court.
It's not meant to be a long-term, forever law. In my mind, we'll just have to see. I've carried a heartbeat bill for the last 4 years, but no law is constitutional until the Supreme Court actually revisits Roe versus Wade.
Dr. Janette Nesheiwat is a board-certified MD practicing in family and emergency medicine. She's also the medical director at City MD. Doctor, thank you for coming on this morning. And
thanks for having me, Sandra.
A very serious story happening in that state. A lot of reaction to that. Wanted to get your reaction from the medical field and what you've learned so far about it.
Absolutely. So this is the most restrictive ban on abortions in the nation, and doctors are forbidden from performing abortions, whether you're 1 day pregnant or 40 weeks pregnant. It would be considered a crime and a felony if a doctor performed an abortion on a pregnant woman, unless she may have some sort of serious medical condition that might put her health in jeopardy, or if the fetus was found to have what we call a lethal fetal anomaly, such as maybe they were found to have no skull or no brain matter on ultrasound. So it's very strict law that might be passed, bill that might be passed. But as a doctor, I'm concerned for safety. I'm concerned, are we going to see an uprise in back alley abortions? Am I going to see young teenagers trying to involuntarily hurt themselves by trying to self-abort their fetuses out of fear and not knowing what to do and not having alternatives?
There is no penalty for the woman if she were to receive an illegal abortion from a doctor. The doctor would, under this law, be sent to jail for up to 99 years or life in prison. I want to be clear on that. Obviously, this is going to ignite a debate over Roe versus Wade. This is some Fox News polling from February on Roe versus Wade. Those that said to let it stand, 57%. That is down from July 2018, a year ago, where that was at 63%, a movement of 5 or 6 points there. Doctor, obviously there's a bigger picture here, but what is happening in that state, you just wonder where this goes. Does it go to the Supreme Court? What ultimately is the decision that is made? Politics are going to obviously be a big part of all of this.
Absolutely. I think it will go to the Supreme Court. You know, the fetus, it's being looked at from both sides. Mom has rights, and the fetus has. Does the fetus have rights? Is the fetus a human? If so, humans have rights. So we're having fights on both sides, one, to support the rights of the fetus, but also, do lawmakers have the authority to govern and make policy on a woman's body? Or should the woman have her own right to make decisions on her own health, on her own body? So we have to look at it on both sides, but we have to also take into consideration, new studies and new data suggest babies feel pain, and so that's something to keep in mind. And we can, we just saw the fetal heartbeat bill passed as well. But many women become pregnant and don't know that they're pregnant up until sometimes the end of their first trimester.
Well, a decision will be made in coming days on this. Dr. Nesheiwat, we appreciate your time and responding to it this morning.